Good morning to everyone. Good morning to all of you. Today we shall learn chapter number 8, that is, a house is not a home. A house is not a home. It has been written by Jan Godiso. The name of the writer is Jan Godiso. And before starting the chapter, I would like to make it clear two words have been used here in this title of the story. One word is house and another word is home. So for my kind of information, please you tell me, can you discriminate between house and home? Do you know what is the difference between house and home? If you have any information, if you have any idea regarding it, please share it with me. Any one of you, either from section A or section B. All the students of class 9, please share your information, your knowledge. What is the difference between house and home? Of course, Raghav 9B, he wants to discriminate. I am just unmuting all of you. हाँ बेटा बोलो. I am listening to you. Your answer is not clear. I think you are yourself a little bit confused between these two words. Okay, don't worry. You have tried, so I appreciate you. Anyone more? So many students have joined me from section A and section B. All the students of class 9. Please try to discriminate if you can. What is the difference between house and home? Yes. Isika Sharma has answered it. House is a building. Okay, let us read what she has written. She says house is a building made for people to live in, while home is a place where one lives permanent. Okay, good. So, anyone more who wants to say something regarding the discrimination between these two words, house and home? Opinion or information from all the corners are welcomed here. Can anyone want to say something more? Want to add something more? Okay, well, actually, house is only a building. House is only a building, a place where we inhabit, जहाँ पे हम लोग रहते हैं. Or anyone lives. It is considered only as a building. You should keep it in your mind that it is considered only as a building where one lives. On the other hand, and here we don't have any emotional attachment. That is only a place where we live, not more than that. But home is a place where we live with our family, and it is much more for us in the comparison of a building. That is also a building. But for us, it is not only a building that is made of brick, sand, and iron. More than that, it has importance in our life because we have been living there with our family for a long time. We have some memories also. We have our emotional attachment also. So that place is not only a building, but much more than that. because of our memories, because of our feelings, because of our emotions that are interconnected with that place that is called home. On contrary, house is only a place where we live, but there is no any emotional attachment, there is no any feeling, there is no any such memory. That is only and only a place, a source of living, not more than that. But home is not only a source of living, that is a place where we dream, where we spend our time, that is memorable also. There we pass our sadness, there we pass our happiness, there we have our activities, there we have the memories of our members of family. So we are totally connected with that place. So we can't say that home is only a building that is made of brick or sand. It is more than that. I hope I have tried to make the confusion clear. Is it clear now? Huh. So this is the difference between house and a home. So today we are going to start this story. A house is not a home. What is the theme? So here it has been shown what is the difference between a house and home. Not like this as I told you, but uh, to the course of a story in which we find a boy who is growing up, and you will see what problems are faced by a boy, by a teenager, when he is growing up. किस तरह की परेशानियों को वो झेलता है और कैसे वो टैकल करता है, हाउस और होम को कैसे वो डिफरेंशिएट करता है. We will observe all these things. This story is going to be very interesting. Of course you will enjoy a lot. So without wasting time, let's start the story. All of you are ready now? Should be a start. Please reply to me. Okay. A house is not a home. Okay. Once again, it has been written by Jan Gaudiso. Here, the narrator tells us that his first year of high school felt very awkward. After leaving junior high at the head of his class with all the seniority the upper grade levels could afford him. Here, the narrator says that the first year of his high school was very awkward for him. मतलब उसको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. My voice is not clear. I am speaking so loudly. Okay, so let's start. I have removed the logo. Here, the narrator says to us that when he passed his junior class and he went into in higher class, means in new school, that was very awkward for him because in his previous school he was a senior student, but in his new school where he has joined, he has he has become a fresher now. नए स्कूल में एक फ्रेशर की तरह वो आया है, and that is why he is not feeling so much well. As far as the new school is concerned, so that was as twice big as his old school. वो उसके पुराने स्कूल से दो गुना ज्यादा बड़ा है. In spite of that, you know very well when you go somewhere in the beginning, you don't feel very well. But slowly and gradually, as you become habituate, then means you adjust there. So after adjusting, everything is okay. So this is the new school for him, for this boy, and he is a fresher over there. That is why he is not feeling very well. But we can hope after some time everything will be okay. Another problem was for him that all his old friends, who were close friends also in the previous school, they were sent in different high schools. Means they have not enrolled themselves in the same school where the narrator had joined. So he has lost his company, he has lost his old friends, and this school is a place where he knows no one. ये स्कूल अब एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे वो किसी को नहीं जानता. On contrary, in the previous school, everything was familiar to him. Most of the students know him. He has lots of friends, so he used to enjoy. And here he is feeling himself alone. वो अपने आप को यहाँ अकेला महसूस कर रहा है. And he says that he feels very isolated. Do you know the meaning of isolated? Isolate का मतलब जानते हैं आप? Please keep on replying when I ask you. If you know, say yes. If you don't know, say no. Do you know? Do, yes, yes, yes. Quite right. तो ऐसे ही बोला कीजिए, एकदम बिल्कुल आप चुप हो जाते हैं, बिल्कुल पैसिव हो जाता है क्लास. बी एक्टिव. वेदर फिजिकली यू आर नॉट प्रेजेंट हियर, बट वी कैन सी one another very well. We can hear one another very well. Then at the time of reply, must reply to me. Isolate means अलग करना. तो here he feels himself isolated, यानी अपने आप को बिल्कुल वो अलग मान रहा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे उसके पुराने दोस्त नहीं है. He says that he is missing his old teacher so much. तो जहाँ पे वो काफी लंबे समय से पढ़ा है, तो टीचर से भी काफी क्लोज हो चुका है. एंड द न्यू स्कूल ही हैज सम न्यू टीचर्स. They don't know him very well. He also does not know them. So there is not very good understanding. So you know this type of understanding comes, but it takes some time. Not in a few days it is possible. So here he finds that all the teachers are new and he does not know their temperament so much he could go back and visit them. So here he wants to go to his old school, wants to meet his old teachers, wants to have the same type of feeling. So here we can say he is so much attached, he is so much attached to his old school. When you people will complete the study of this school and you will go in college for higher studies or somewhere else, so you people will also miss your school. Do you think so? Huh. This time it is usual for you, but when you will come to know that now you are not coming to this school, you have completed the studies, now you have to go somewhere else, that time you will miss it very badly for some time. The teachers, the environment of the school, each and everything, it happens with everyone. So here the boy is also in the same situation. He remembers his old teachers who used to know him very well. He remembers his old school, his classmates, and he is missing them very badly. And that is why he wants to have the same type of feeling, and he decides to go to his old school to meet his old teachers. तो पुराने टीचर्स उसको जानते होंगे, उसको लव करते होंगे, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करते होंगे, तो उनसे अपनी बात शेयर करने में भी उसको कोई परेशानी नहीं होती. अब नए टीचर्स के साथ तो ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग बनाना होगा, तो थोड़ा सा टाइम तो लगेगा. वो कहता है कि those teachers used to encourage him whenever he was in problem. So of course, this is the moral duty of every teacher. Here in new school, the teachers would also encourage him, but after some time. But here the boy is quite restless. He is not bold enough at present to face the situation of newness. नएपन के अभाव से ही आभास से ही वो डर रहा है. अभी वो नया है, थोड़ा सा उसको डर भी लग रहा है. And he wants to enjoy the same feeling as he used to have in old school. When he went to meet his old teachers, so they again encouraged him and told him that after some days he would adjust there, he would have his classmates as his friends, the teacher who are new for him, they will be familiar to him, he also will be familiar to them, and they will understand each other, then he will have no any problem. But now he has to give some time, and the same type of feeling he will have after spending some days or some months. So he should not be so much worried about this. इसके लिए उसको बहुत ज़्यादा चिंतित होने की जरूरत नहीं. And he also says all the teachers of the old school, they also told him whenever he feels alone or lonely, he is always welcomed. He can come to his old school, he can meet his teachers, he can share his problems. No one has restricted him. But he should not think that the new school is not good for him or he would not be able to adjust. He has to adjust and everyone adjusts. But as far as old school is concerned, so it is his old school. He can come every time he is welcome. All the teachers still have the same cooperation with him. In case of any problem, he may come and he may share his problem. बात यहाँ तक समझ में आई सबको? हाँ, फिर मत बोलो कुछ. आप लोग बोलते क्यों नहीं है? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? मैं पूछता हूँ तो फिर 2 मिनट बाद कोई पीछे से बोला कीजिए. वेन एवर आई आस्क यू मस्ट रिप्लाई मी. So here the boy is being ensured by the old teachers and he is welcomed in old school also. But you know, it is not possible for anyone to remain in the same school for the whole life or for the completion of all the study. We have to leave it, we have to go in another institution, and everyone has to do it. It is not new for any other person. The narrator says that he understands the psychology very well in what they were saying. But all these words were not comforting him, all these words were not soothing his heart. वो कहता है कि वो समझ रहा था कि वो टीचर्स उसको मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं, उसको कंसोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, पर गॉड नोज व्हाई these words were not soothing enough to comfort him. ये सारे शब्द जो हैं वो पता नहीं क्यों उसको राहत नहीं दे पा रहे हैं. वो अपने आप में बहुत ही रेस्टलेसनेस महसूस कर रहा है, अपने आप को बड़ा ही बेचैन महसूस कर रहा है. तो ये अपने स्कूल से लगता है कि कुछ ज़्यादा ही अटैच्ड है, इसलिए इसको शायद इतनी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. तो होता है कुछ बच्चों के साथ, और ऐसे भी जहाँ पे आपने एक लंबा वक्त बिताया है तो ये प्रॉब्लम तो शुरुआती दौर में होना लाजमी है, इसमें कोई बहुत बड़ी बात. But the time passes away, and one Sunday afternoon, not long after he had started high school, he was sitting at home at his dining table doing homework. एक संडे आफ्टरनून की बात है, वो अपने डाइनिंग टेबल पर बैठकर अपने घर में ही कुछ होमवर्क कर रहा है. इट वॉज अ कोल्ड एंड विंडी फॉल. वो ठंड का दिन था, हवाएं चल रही थी. एंड दे हैड ए फायर गोइंग इन देयर फायर प्लेस. और जहाँ पे अंगीठी होती है आग लगाने वाली जगह, वहाँ पे आग जल रही थी ताकि घर में गर्मी बनी रहे. एंड एज यूजुअल हिज रेड टैबी कैट वाज लाइंग ऑन टॉप ऑफ ऑल हिज पेपर. और हमेशा की तरह नरेटर के पास में एक पेट है, बिल्ली है, कैट है, जो उसके इर्द गिर्द ही घूमते रहती है. तो वो उसके सारे पेपर्स पे आके बैठी हुई. और वो अक्सर ऐसा करती है. इट इज हर यूजुअल एक्टिविटी. And purring loudly and occasionally swatting at his pen for entertainment's sake. वहीं पे वो थोड़ा सा परिंग भी कर रही है, कभी कभी वो बैठ भी जा रही है, कभी उसके पेन के साथ खेलने भी लग रही है. तो जैसा ये पेट्स करते हैं, यूजुअली शी वाज आल्सो डूइंग द सेम. नॉर्मल ही दिन था. शी वाज नेवर फार फ्रॉम हिम. नरेटर बताता है कि ये पेट जो है वो इससे कभी भी दूर नहीं गई. ये जो बिल्ली है वो हमेशा उसके साथ ही रहती है, उसके साथ ही समय बिताती है. अब ये बिल्ली उसको मिली कैसे, तो इसके बारे में वो बताता है. द नरेटर टेल्स अस दैट ही हैड रेस्क्यूड दिस कैट व्हेन शी वाज ए किटन. जब वो एक बहुत ही छोटी बच्ची थी वो बिल्ली, तभी उसने उसकी जान बचाई थी, उसको लेकर के वो आया था. यानी शुरुआत से ही वो उसके साथ हो. तो जाहिर सी बात है कि बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्शन भी हो, होना भी चाहिए. And somehow she knew that he was the one responsible for giving her the good life. और शायद बिल्ली भी इस बात को समझती है कि उसके अच्छे जीवन के लिए, या उसका जीवन जो इतने अच्छे ढंग से बीत रहा है, if someone is responsible तो he is the narrator. So that is why there is a very good bonding between the cat and the narrator. And such type of feelings and bonding we have already seen in different stories also. Can you name any one of the story in which we have seen a good bonding between a human and animal. Yes, recently we have learned that chapter also, the bond of love, in which we come to know how bear loved so much and missed so much his honor, means narrator's wife, and it became difficult to separate them. Even the curator also realizes the love between both of them that was flowing between both of them, and he returned the bear to home. तो it happens, जब आप किसी को प्यार देंगे, सहानुभूति देंगे, तो बदले में आपको अटैचमेंट तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. If some of you have some pet in your home, so you know very well which type of affection is created between the pet and the owner. It is obvious, it happens. Anyway, the narrator's mother kept stoking the fire to keep the house nice and warm. जो नरेटर की मदर है वो संगीठी में और भी लकड़ियां डाल रही हैं ताकि घर की जो गर्मी है वो बिल्कुल मेंटेन रहे, बनी रहे. And he smelled something strange, and then he noticed smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. Then the narrator realized he smelled something. It seemed that something was burning. उसे ऐसा महसूस हुआ कि लगता है कि कुछ जल रहा. He smelled. तो आप जानते हैं जब जलता है तो थोड़ा सा स्मेल आने लगता है. The smoke began to fill the room, and slowly and gradually the smoke surrounded all the room. पूरे रूम में वो धीरे धीरे धुआं फैलने लगा. एंड फिर so quickly, फिर तेजी के साथ, that they could barely see anyone. धुआं इतना ज्यादा भर गया, इतना ज्यादा भर गया कि उस धुएं में वो किसी को देख पाने में भी सक्षम नहीं है. बहुत ज्यादा धुआं होता है, आपने देखा होगा ठंड के दिन में कुहासा भी उसी तरह से हो जाता है कि कोई दिखता ही नहीं. तो कमरे में अगर बहुत ज्यादा धुआं भर जाए तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू सी एनीवन. नाउ दे आर जस्ट ग्रोपिंग देयर वे. ग्रोप, ग्रोप मतलब GROPE, growth. What do you understand by the word growth? If you know, tell me. Otherwise, tell me no, sir. ग्रोथ का मतलब पता है आपको? वाई, टटोलना. तो इतना टाइम क्यों लगता है बोलने में? आप नहीं मालूम बोलिए, नहीं मालूम है, मालूम है तो फट से बोलिए. ग्रोथ का मतलब होता है टटोलना. तो by this word we can understand what is the situation in the room. The smoke has filled in such a way that no one can see anyone, even to find their way they are groping with their hands. वो हाथ से टटोल टटोल कर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं उनको, क्योंकि कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा है. And they all ran into the front yard. और उस धुएं से निकलकर वो फ्रंट यार्ड की तरफ भागते हैं. Why? Because of lots of smoke they were facing suffocation. जब बहुत ज्यादा धुआं भर जाता है तो आप क्या फील करते हैं? किसी कमरे में आपको रख दिया जाए और बहुत सारा धुआं वहां भर दिया जाए तो क्या होगा? आप सफोकेशन फील करेंगे. यस, यू विल बी सफोकेटेड. So narrator was also suffocating there because of lots of smoke, and he just ran towards the front yard in order to take fresh air, fresh breath. And by the time they made their way outside, both narrator and his mother, उसके बाद वो लोग वहां से और आगे बाहर की ओर चले जाते. The whole roof, पूरा छत जो है, that was engulfed in flames. पूरा छत जो है वो बिल्कुल engulfed. engulfed यानी कि मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है कि उसको निगल लिया गया है फ्लेम में, यानी कि आग की लपटों में. घर में आग लग गई और इसी वजह से वहां पे उनको धुआं भी दिख रहा है. नाउ द सीन इज वेरी dangerous for both of them, but thanks to God that they have come out of the home. वो अपने घर से बाहर आ चुके हैं. And the fire was spreading very quickly. आग जो है बहुत ही तेजी से बढ़ रहा है. तो आपको मालूम है कभी आग लगती है तो बहुत तेजी से बढ़. They ran to the neighbors to call the fire department. वो दौड़कर अपने पड़ोसियों के पास जाते हैं, रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि प्लीज कॉल द फायर डिपार्टमेंट हु विल कम एंड एक्सटिंग्विश द फायर, जो आकर के आग को बुझा सके। While the narrator watched his mother ran back into the house once again, इसी बीच में नरेटर ने क्या देखा कि उसकी माँ जो अभी बाहर आ चुकी है, once again she went into the home that was completely in the lapse of fire, जो पूरी तरह से आग के आगोश में है, उसमें वो दोबारा जाती। The narrator was totally perplexed because he thought in that situation she may lose her life also. इतनी आग से लपटों से घिरी हुई उसकी जो स्थिति है घर की, उसमें अगर वो दोबारा उसकी माँ जा रही है तो इसका मतलब कि सी इज टेकिंग लॉट्स ऑफ रिस्क एंड सी मे लूज हर लाइफ ऑल्सो, इसमें उसकी जान भी जा सकती है। बट वाई सी वॉज गोइंग देयर, लोग जान बचा करके इन सब जगहों से बाहर आते हैं, वो भी आ चुकी हैं, बट अगेन सी इज एंटरिंग द रूम, व्हाट डज इट मीन, इसका क्या मतलब, व्हाट डज सी वांट टू डू, वो क्या करना चाहते हैं। दिस क्वेश्चंस केम इन द माइंड ऑफ द नरेटर एट फर्स्ट, then he saw his mother then ran out of the house carrying a small metal box full of important documents. But in the another moment, he found that his mother came running out of the house. पहले तो उसने देखा कि वो घर के अंदर दौड़ते हुए गई। In another moment, he found that his mother came running out of the house, and this time she had a metal box. That was the box in which she had kept some documents. That was also in her. It means she went over there to सेव द डॉक्यूमेंट्स। कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे जो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहे होंगे, तो आग में जाहिर सी बात है कि दे वुड हैव आल्सो बर्न्ट, वो भी जल जाते, तो उनको बचाने के लिए माँ ने ये रिस्क लिया था। दिस इज द रीजन नाउ द नरेटर हैज अंडरस्टूड। नाउ शी ड्रॉप द केस ऑन द लॉन एंड इन द क्रेज्ड स्टेट रैन बैक इनटू द हाउस। फिर उसने देखा कि उस मेटल बॉक्स को वहीं उसने जमीन पर रख दिया, एंड वंस अगेन she came into the house, she ran towards the house, फिर वो घर की तरफ दौड़ते हुए दोबारा जाती है। He knew what she was after. Now the narrator had understood where she was going and why she was. This time he was not dumbstruck, he was not surprised, he was not answerless. He knew the answer very well of his question. तो मालूम है कि इस बार माँ जो है क्यों जा रही है और क्या करने जा रही है। So here he exposes this matter that his father died when he was very young. जब वो बहुत छोटा था, उसी समय उसके फादर का देहांत हो गया। ठीक है, तो शायद फादर की कुछ यादें उसके साथ नहीं हुई, जैसा कि वो बताता है, तो उसका जीवन जो है मोस्टली अपनी माँ के साथ ही बीता। तो he says that when he was young his father had died, and he was certain that she was not going to let his pictures and letters go up in flames. And you know very well the bond between his mother and father, whether he has not seen his father or he did not have so many memories, but he can understand what the mother has, such type of feelings for his father. So this time she went into the room to save the picture of his father, to save some letters of his father. If they were not protected, if they were not saved, of course they would also burn in the flame of fire. अगर उनको नहीं बचाया जाए तो वो भी आग के लपटों में जल जाए, और इसीलिए शायद मदर वहां गई है। They were the only things that she had to remember him by, because these pictures and photo letters are the single source by which his mother can remember his father, because father is not physically present there, he is already dead, but to have some good memory, his mother has the picture of his father and letters, which refresh the old memory that she had already spent with his father. So she does not want to lose it at any cost, and that is why she took the risk and went into the room to bring it back. उसको वापस लाने के लिए, उसको सेव करने के लिए। And then the narrator cried, "Mother, it may be dangerous." यहाँ तक बात समझ में आई सबको? हाँ, वेरी गुड।